So for me, I was able to handle the pain. I find the neurological symptoms for me are so severe that the pain almost feels a bit more tolerable just for me personally. Everyone is obviously so different. But I was able to manage the pain without anything but the infrared heating pad and the soup for the throat. Okay, so then that first week, we noticed I had a honeymoon period. A honeymoon period is essentially a decrease in symptoms, and some people actually experience all of their symptoms resolved for a short period of time because there's temporary inflammation from the injections. And it's typically a good sign when you have a honeymoon period. You don't have to have one, from my understanding, but if you have one, it kind of gives a sense that the right structures were injected and that that's actually a piece of the puzzle for you. For me, my honeymoon period lasted, I want to say about a week to 2 weeks. And I was able to be upright longer, but I still had the same neurological symptoms, but I physically was able to be upright longer. And when I'm upright longer, it means that I can walk a bit more. And of course, unfortunately, I'm still having to use a brace when I walk and at that time, and I always have to have a support person with me. But being upright longer was so nice. I still had to rest multiple times during the day, but I was able to be upright for about an hour at a time. So that was really, really exciting. And I want to say the bobblehead was a little less severe for 2 days, but just for 2 days. Severe bobblehead and dystonia are my main symptoms. Quite literally just doesn't feel like my head's attached and loose. Like even right now, if I relax, it just moves. Okay, so after the honeymoon period, we go through 3 months of healing. I went to my AO after to see if I was in alignment, and I was, which was a really, really special and lovely surprise. And that's really important. You just want to make sure your atlas is in alignment if that works for you, because then your ligaments are healing in a position around the atlas that's under less tension. If your atlas is out, 5 degrees, your ligaments are going to be healing under tension, for example. So that's my understanding of it. And of course, like for me, AO is just a huge part of helping my symptoms and my hyoid deviation and the jaw structure, and just keeping the bones in alignment helps me physically. So those 3 months were not smooth sailing for me. Unfortunately, the dystonia flared up so severely from noise. I don't think it's from the PICL. I think it's from life. I think it's from feeling so much hope and then waking up with symptoms, that chronic stress, in the summer, seeing everyone walking around and trying to reintegrate, and then the sound sensitivity triggering severe dystonia and freeze in the body. So, legs not working, tremors, severe head locking. I mean, when I say it out loud, I can't believe I actually have experienced these things. They're very scary. We don't even film them because it's the last thing on our mind. We've had to call the ambulance in the past because I lose my speech, so it looks like I'm having a stroke. But in the last 3 months, we didn't call an ambulance. We just dealt with it the best we could with the management strategies that we have for the dystonia. And I returned to physiotherapy, not in person, just over Zoom, with a really wonderful physiotherapist who has gently been guiding me with increasing range of motion and helping me track the amount that I walk. Okay, so this is when I noticed that when I look back, the main benefits of the PICL for me are I can be upright longer. So since the PICL, I can quite physically be upright longer, and I take drastically less naps during the day. I have to lay down maybe 5 times a day, versus before it was every 20 minutes, every half an hour, or sometimes hours at a time. So I'm able to be upright longer. When I'm upright, the PICL hasn't changed much. So my bobblehead is still very severe. I experience very severe dystonia, which I believe is a whole separate issue and related to the CCI. It requires its own management strategies for me. When I manage the dystonia, I feel better, and it's key that my atlas is in for me to maintain these benefits. When the atlas comes out, for instance, I'm in bed again. So this is why I wanted to bring up the complexity of CCI, because the PICL for me has helped me be upright longer, as long as all the other factors are being taken care of as well. And it's a lot of work. It feels like a full-time job. So at 4 months, the one change I can say is that I'm upright longer. Because I'm upright longer, I can walk more during the day. It's very controlled the way that I walk. We wake up at 4:30 a.m. when it's dark out and there's no noise, because if there's noise, my balance is thrown off and I'm falling over. So we control the environment that I walk in as best we can. I wear noise canceling earplugs. I have a support person, but I'm quite literally able to walk more during the day. And when I walk when there's no noise, I can take my neck brace off and just find my balance again. I never feel normal when I walk at this time. I'm getting there, but the fact that I can just take my collar off to work has been such a long process that we've invested so much time and energy and dedication to. Neuro rehab, changing the environment, like I said, building that confidence again. But as I walk a bit more and get that arm swing reintegrated, even if it's for 100 steps a day, I am taking my neck brace off for 100 steps a day, and every day is different. So it's hard for me to accurately share everything, because it's so ups and downs, but I am excited when I look back that I can be upright longer. Unfortunately, like the neuro symptoms are still there. Okay, so the next steps for me is I'm having my second PICL very soon. Typically people wait longer, but with a lot of discussion with my healthcare team, my doctor, my physio, people that I trust, my family prayed over this. 4 months for me is the perfect timing, or it feels like, the good timing, because I had a very conservative treatment. So for people who are getting the posteriors and are still undergoing a flare from 4 months ago, it's usually that you would wait, 6 to 9 months. For me, the 4 months seems doable, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to build on this momentum. And like I said, I have so many other things that we're doing. It's literally a full-time job to heal, and this is a quite a low symptom day for me, because we've removed ourselves from the city noise and we're staying somewhere very quiet right now so that I can prepare for the PICL in peace. And it really is the only reason that I can make this video today, and I'm really grateful I can share this update. So in summary, the PICL procedure went really well for me. I was treated very conservatively. We went slow, which is something you might want to consider if you have a sensitive nervous system. And then the main update from the PICL is that I can be upright longer. Unfortunately, the bobblehead did not get better from the PICL yet. So yeah, wishing everyone a great day.